When COVID vaccine is available to the public, everyone will have to register for an appointment using the marylandvax.org site. This site will be available on Howard County's vaccination page, but you can also access it through your web browser. In the search bar, you'll type in marylandvax.org. This will bring you to the main page of marylandvax.org, where you can find a vaccination clinic. The vaccination clinics listed on marylandvax.org cover lots of different vaccines, so you want to make sure that you are looking for a COVID vaccine clinic. We're going to go to select Find a Vaccination Clinic. If you need the site in Spanish, you can select this button right here, ES, which will translate the site into Spanish for you. We're going to do this presentation in English. From the search page, you can select a few different options to narrow down your search. You are seeking a vaccination, so we'll select the button for vaccination. Usually, we leave the age group blank so that you can see all of the clinics available for that specific service. You can search by your address, and that will find clinics near you, or you can search by the name of a location if you know where the clinics are being held. For example, Howard County Community College or a local high school. If you know the date of the clinic you'd like to search by, you can enter the date into this bar right here. We're going to do a search by address. You'll enter in your address. As you start entering it, you'll see that it gives you some selections here of things that it's guessing that you might select. If you see your address, you can click on it and it will fill it in for you. Then you can select Search Within. This is a drop-down. When you select the drop-down, you can choose how far you'd like this radius to go, how far away you would like to go for your vaccine or are willing to go for your vaccine. In this case, I'm going to select 10 miles. This will find all clinics within 10 miles of your address for vaccination. And then you hit search. Once you have searched, you can continue to scroll down to see a list of clinics that fit your criteria. For this one, we are only seeing a flu vaccine clinic here because currently there are no COVID vaccines clinics available to the public, but we will use this as an example because the sign-up process will be the same. When you see your clinics listed, you'll see several pieces of information. First is the name of the clinic. This one is at Glenmar United Methodist Church for flu vaccines. You'll see the address of the clinic that you're going to listed here, second. Then you'll see the vaccinations offered at this particular clinic. This one only offers influenza vaccine. The vaccines that you will be looking for will say COVID vaccine. They will also list whether it is a Moderna COVID vaccine clinic or a Pfizer COVID vaccine clinic. The age group served is all ages on this clinic. You might see age groups that only serve seniors or serve all adults. Currently, COVID vaccine is only approved for people over the age of 18 for the Moderna vaccine and over the age of 16 for the Pfizer vaccine. The services offered at this clinic are vaccination services. And then this is an important piece where we provide additional information about the clinic. This might mean that it'll say you need to bring your ID. It might tell you where to go, which door to enter at the specific facility, and just any other details that you might need to know about that clinic. This will also list the clinic hours. So this particular clinic runs from 9 a.m. to 12. So you can see whether that fits into your schedule. And it'll list whether there are appointments available. This clinic currently has 51 appointment slots available. So I know that if I sign up for this clinic, I will have some choices of appointment times to choose from. If it says 0 appointments available, that means that that clinic is booked for that day. The best option is to try to find another COVID clinic that is around you and has available appointments. Some clinics will allow you to sign up for a wait list, but the best option is to sign up for a clinic with available appointments listed here. Once you've verified that all of this information works with your schedule and what you need for that day, you can select Sign Up for Vaccinations. The PrepMod website on marylandvax.org has several different screens that walks you through the information needed to sign up for an appointment. Any bar that has a little red asterisk next to it requires that you fill in that field. I'm going to fill in this information with some fake patient data. If there is no asterisk, that box is not required. You can see here that it says your mother's maiden name is required field. That's because this is another identifier we use in case patients have the same name and date of birth. It's one other piece of information that we use to verify that two patients are the same or different. You can select your race from the drop-down field and your ethnicity, so Hispanic or Latino, not Hispanic or Latino, or not known. You can select your occupation, and then you can select your date of birth from the drop-down. So you click on the month and choose the month of your birth, click on the day and choose the day, and click on the year and choose the year you were born. Once you've put in your birthday, it will calculate your age and put it into this box right here. You're going to select your gender, and then you can move on to the next portion. You'll enter an email address. PrepMod uses your email address to send you confirmations and to send you the information about your vaccine once you receive it. You'll retype your email address, make sure it's the same one, and that's just a verification that they're sending it to the right address. If you do not have an email address or a site or an address that you can send information to, this field you'll see is required. What you can do is you can type no@no.com, and that will allow you to fill in the field, but it won't send you an email. Type in your phone number, and then select from the drop-down list what phone that is. Is it your home phone, your mobile phone, or your work phone? Then we'll move on to the address. When you click in the field, you can start typing your address, your street address. And again, you'll see that it has some ideas for what you might be writing. I'm choosing this address here. I can select it, and it will fill in all of the other fields for me. Then you'll have a drop-down list for the county that you live in, and we'll select our county. Once you have filled in all of the information on this field, you can select Save and Continue. If you select Save and Continue and it still has you on the personal information page, that means that something wasn't filled out appropriately, or there was a field with an asterisk that you didn't fill out. So just go back and review and see if there was anything missing. Once you have filled in everything and selected Save and Continue, you will go to the next page, which says Health Insurance. Right now, we are not collecting insurance information. All you will see is this insurance type, and you will select your drop-down and choose whether you have private insurance, Medicaid or medical assistance, Medicare, or no insurance. You will see that all of these boxes are gray. That's because we are not currently collecting that information. You do not have to fill them in. You can scroll all the way down to the bottom and select Save and Continue. If these boxes are white, like this one, then you can enter in your insurance company name, the member ID, group number, and all of the other information on your insurance card. You will also have the opportunity to upload a picture of your insurance card, the front and the back. Again, right now we are not collecting that information, and all of the boxes are gray. Once you have completed this piece, you hit Save and Continue. The next form is a health questionnaire. You have to answer all of the questions: yes, no, or I don't know. This is an important screening tool to let us know it's safe to vaccinate you on the day that you arrive to the clinic. Make sure that you are selecting one button for each question. Read through these carefully to make sure that you're aware of what kind of things we're screening for, and try to answer to the best of your knowledge. Once you've answered all the questions, you can hit Save and Continue. If you hit Save and Continue and it still is on this form, go back and review and make sure you answered each question. Then you will be able to select your vaccine and consent for services. You'll see your name here listed. The vaccinations are for this person. And then you'll see a list of the vaccines offered at that clinic. You will select which vaccine you're choosing, and you will have the opportunity to read the vaccine information statement. Once you select this, it will open up a new screen with the emergency use authorization for either the Moderna or the Pfizer vaccine. You can read through that to find out information on the vaccine and the cautions and possible side effects of each vaccine. If you select this and it opens up in a new window, all you need to do is toggle back to your original page that says marylandvax.org. Right here. Once I've selected my vaccine, I can scroll down and read the consent. By signing this form, you are consenting for you to be vaccinated. You are also consenting that this information will be entered into Immunet, which is Maryland's immunization registry. You're consenting that the information you provided is correct, that you had the opportunity to read the information statement provided, and that you understand the risks and benefits of the vaccine. You will absolutely have the opportunity to talk with the nurse at the vaccination station and ask any questions that you might have, but this consent is saying that you had the opportunity to read information before you were vaccinated. Once you have done that, you can either sign your name with your mouse or your pencil, or you can select this button right here and type your full name. You don't have to do both, but signing either by signing your name with your mouse or by typing in your full name consents to being vaccinated. This will auto fill in the date of the day that you're registering, and then you're going to select your relationship to the patient. If it is yourself, you select self. If you are filling this out for someone else, you would select spouse if you're filling it out for your spouse, and other if you're filling it out for another dependent, for example, a child or a parent. I'm going to select self, and that will fill in my first and last name here. Once that is complete, you'll select Save and Continue. Then you'll be allowed to review the details that you entered. Look at the things that you've entered and make sure that you've entered the correct information. If you haven't, you can go back and fix it. If everything is correct, you'll select Save and Continue. At that point, you'll be allowed to select a time for your appointment. Each of these buttons represents a clinic appointment time. And then in this column, you can see how many appointments are available at that specific time. All of these here are available to make an appointment. If you see an appointment that is gray and says no appointments available, you will not be able to select that time for an appointment because there are no appointments available yet anymore. You can scroll through and see which appointment works best for you. I'm going to select 10 o'clock. There may be a time when at the bottom it says add me to the wait list if there are no other appointments available. You can add yourself to the wait list, but the best thing to do is to find another location that this vaccine might be available at that has available appointments. Once you've selected your appointments, you will select Save and Continue. This is the last page. Once you select Save and Continue, you will be bounced back to the marylandvax.org homepage, and you'll see a pop-up that says, "Congratulations, you have been registered for an appointment. Thank you for registering. You are confirmed." You'll select OK. If you have entered an email address, you will get a confirmation that you selected the appointment with the details of that appointment time. If you have further questions, please review this tutorial again, or you can call the health department or find more information on our webpage. Thank you for protecting your community.